Hello and welcome back to Tale of Two Wastelands. I'm Vic and you're watching yet another Let's Play channel. So let's get on up to the temple and see if we can't find that Ulysses fellow. I cannot return until I end this. Let it be ended. Deal with Ulysses. Man, every time I start a new session, I have to remember how fast I am. Okay, so he got him a missile. I seem to have several of those. So, what if I just whip out my laser and detonate that warhead right now? Is there stuff that I want to grab in here? Will I be able to return? Does it matter that much? There's a laser tripwire down there. Why would that be? Oh, there he is. In a silly little duster. With his symbol on the back.
Your city, Vegas, lies in the other direction, with the rest of its slaves. Or is it just you, courier, without the lights and ghosts? Judging by your shadow, maybe you can't let your machine go. Doesn't matter now. Either way, the Divide Giants are awakening. The missiles here on their way home. There is no way to stop them.
And why are you doing this?
You've answered your own question, and you'll die with that question on your lips. You don't see, listen, even when it's all around you. No matter if I nailed it into your head like a gift from Caesar. You brought the Divide to life, courier. You walked the road, brought the bear, then the bull, brought me, following your tracks. And when I saw the divide you made, I saw a second chance, a new way of thinking. My world, no longer the East, and you brought the West in that package, destroyed it all. Nearly killed me, flesh and spirit. You destroyed something larger than the bear, greater than the bull. And even when you could have turned away, you brought it again in that machine. You destroyed a nation taking its first breath, a place that could have been my home. Now, I'll destroy yours.
Oh, so he's mad because he thought he was going to be king of the Great Divide and then it blew up? Yeah, the Divide couldn't stop me and the Mojave couldn't stop me. What makes you think you can?
I'll finish history's work. If the Divide couldn't kill you, perhaps these spears of the old world can. Let's end this, courier. You and I. Here, with the old world flag as witness.
Sneaking done. Fighting now.
Are we fighting now? Damn, dude, you got a lot of hit points. Yeah, you're red on the compass. Phew. Okay, what do we got?
Dealt with.
He was gonna throw a flashbang at me. What a loser. Alright, what do we got here? Lame. Oh. Hi. You guys are too late, you know.
This will only sting for a second.
Why are they melting down? I've never got meltdowns off of the alien blaster before, have I?
Done. Fighting now.
They're all explode. What am I up to now? What's my objective? Disable his iPods. Okay. Well, we do also have a few marked mans to deal with.
Is that all? Uh-oh. Do you like me?
Do I like you? Do I like this guy? I suppose I like him less than I like you. So
Bad guys, don't wait.
that's something, right? Okay, and I believe I just answered my question about...
Ready, steady, fighting.
rocket canisters.
That's all.
The end. Cancel the missile launch. Well, that does sound like a good idea, doesn't it? Alright, well, since I'm taking New Vegas for myself, I think it behooves me to weaken my primary adversaries in the region. So off you go. Why is there blowing up happening in here? Run for the canyon wreckage. Alright, well, I guess I'll just take care of a little something on my way out. Some of these are detonatable, right? Yeah. $21 out of 30, wow. How many did I miss out in the world? Not very many, actually. There are a bunch in here. Right. Come on now. So much exploding in here. I just want to make sure there aren't any behind here that might have escaped. Looks like no. Alright, Ulysses, well, I hope you're satisfied with how this got resolved. Where was I supposed to get the key? Oh, did I have to leave?
The couriers finally really did it. They blew up the lands west and east of the Mojave, damning them all to hell. The act was discovered 200 years later as other couriers explored the Mojave wastes. There, they saw NCR relics, reminders of their once proud history. At the end of the struggle, only one courier remained in the heart of the divide, the true courier, Courier 6. The courier tore the ancient flag of the Commonwealth from its cables and cast it over the corpse. Though whether done as a sign of respect or in anger for what had been endured to reach this moment, that is unknown. Interpretation is something best left to history, and only the surviving courier would ever know for certain. As for the courier, she turned her back on her home for the second time and made her way back, navigating the treachery of the divide. Tunnelers and the marked men avoided the lone figure, as if recognizing the courier's right to passage, or out of fear. The courier walked until she stood again upon the edge of the divide, the last road she would walk before the second battle for Hoover Dam. There, beside her feet, was a final package from one courier to another, a footlocker bearing a gift and a message. But that message, it is something for couriers to carry, and for them alone. The lights flickered across the divide, reminders that the old world histories persist and find meaning in the present. It said, war never changes. Women do, through the roads they walk, and this road has reached its end.
Well, I wasn't really expecting to run out of stuff to do 10 minutes into this episode. I gotta say, Ooh. Well, I know what we can do for a little while. I mean, maybe it's just because I was flippant about my interactions with Ulysses, but I really feel like your merciless nuclear assault on the nations of the Mojave has devastated the lands of both the Legion and the NCR and reached even the borders of the Mojave. At the Mojave Outpost, you can now travel through the Western Gate to Long 15, the site of a devastated NCR outpost. At Cottonwood Cove, you can now take a journey by river to Dry Wells, the site of a devastated Legion encampment. Be prepared, both areas are highly irradiated and infested with feral ghouls. You've also unlocked the Dead Man's Burden perk, allowing you to put a single point into any of your special attributes. You also gain reputation with the Boomers and the Powder Gangers for your destructive tendencies, but lose reputation with NCR and Caesar's Legion. Good. I've left a strong impression with the Powder Gangers. Meanwhile, the boomers already love me. Okay, what was I saying? Right. I don't feel like I fully appreciate the message that I was supposed to receive from Ulysses. It does very much sound to me like he's been out of shape because he lost an opportunity to be what I am. But I don't know what else to make of that. And, I mean, sorry, buddy, but only one of us gets to be the player character.
Last tape, last message. In case you best me. If you're hearing this, you have, through blood or word, this message and all that lies with it. It is for you, courier. If you want to know the why of things. This world, I've walked a good part of it. I stopped only because of you. What you did gave me pause. Long ago, I crossed the Colorado, the first among the Legion to see Hoover Dam in all its glory.
Good boy, lights on.
An old world wall, yet bridging two sides. And beyond it, a symbol of a two-headed bear. An idea great enough to challenge Caesar himself. Might kill him taking it, whether he won or lost. The bull needs to fight, needs the challenge. Without it, it falters, dies in the
We haven't
dust.
seen anybody in a while.
To be a
Maybe the
lesson
monsters have
there.
stealth suits too.
And me. Leave the thought behind the message to you. My message is this. The destruction that has been wrought at
Time to
the
fight.
or elsewhere. If you couldn't stop me, it can happen again. It will keep happening. If war doesn't change, men must change. And so must their symbols. Even if it is nothing at all, know what you follow, courier. Just as I followed you to the end. Whatever your symbol, carry it on your back and wear it proudly when you stand at Hoover Dam.
I mean, there's a bit of a message there in the if war isn't
That's
going to
all.
change, then men must. But I also kind of feel like that runs counter to the theme of the games, right? I mean, the reason war
Time
doesn't
to
change
fight.
is because men don't.
Was that all?
You would think that if anything that was going to convince people that they needed to modify their ways, it would have been the thermonuclear apocalypse. But no, we're still playing the same old world games, myself included. We're fighting a war over a hydrothermal dam so that somebody can have electricity. So in case you didn't catch it, the scene at the beginning of the slideshow, which was one of the Wild Wasteland things, was a reference to the original Planet of the Apes. But if you haven't seen it, it's also a bit of a spoiler, so I won't explain to you exactly how it was a reference. So I'm trying to figure out if the current visual filter is just like permanent now. Maybe it's nighttime. 10:41? That is not a nighttime hour.
Hey. Heard you helped out Jackson. Thanks for that. Caravans are still waiting for clearance to move out, but at least there's movement.
I'll be going now.
Watch yourself.
Let's see what's going on in the long 15 since we're here. Oh, but I'm faster creeping. I wonder. Alright, well, this is definitely a bit different visual filter. Can we say confidently that this choice that I made is not canon? Seeing as how I almost certainly got Shady Sands in my assault. In which case, the events of the show can't have played out as they did. Or is Shady... Well, Shady Sands is in the Mojave, isn't it? That whatever it is still running. There might be survivors underground.
Sneaking done. Fighting now.
Irradiated heavy trooper. Ghouls in power armor. Alright. What do we got?
That's all.
Is it though? That guy doesn't think it's all.
Uh-oh.
That guy definitely doesn't think it's all.
Fighting over.
Mm-hmm.
Ready, steady, fighting.
Oh, how do I pick which special I want? Maybe I don't get to pick because I already am all 10s and 11s. That's okay. Ah, you know, I do actually have one more thing I can
Cessation
take care of.
hostilities complete.
I need to remember that, actually. I can go back to the sink and make myself an unarmed skill book.
This one looks pretty tough.
How can you say that? Anyway, yeah, make myself a skill book and
Fighting over.
be perfectly skilled as well.
This one looks
Ooh.
pretty tough.
Now that's like a void out right there.
Cessation of hostilities complete.
Alrighty. Can't go in the
Ready,
barracks.
steady, fighting. Cessation of hostilities complete.
Alright, let's go ahead and deal with the radiation real quick like.
Sneaking gun, fighting now.
Oh, hello.
Was that all?
Yeah, it's pretty busy over here, isn't it? Alright, lots of stuff. Weapon mods? At the shooting range. Well, that makes a certain amount of sense. Now, why were there people downrange? Yes, I'm aware of the irony of the guy that just nuked all these guys. Whoa! Talking about their poor etiquette at the shooting range. That has not escaped me. Colonel Royez. Boop. Boop. I've read somewhere that if you decide to nuke Megaton, which is never something that I've been interested in doing, that some of the residents, the key residents, I think, all wind up ghoulified. Which I guess is consistent with the existence of ghoulified dudes around here, too. Man, sleeping in power armor? That's gotta be uncomfortable. It does make me wonder about the ghoul from the show. Was he also instantly ghoulified, having witnessed the detonation? What's the instant ghoulification radius? And how does it compare to the other areas of effect? You know, it kind of sucks that the only way to visit this region is to nuke it. Like, it's impossible to see what this place was like if you didn't nuke it, because you don't get to go there. And I think that's kind of a bummer. And I suppose, well, you're right. I did talk about doing a good karma playthrough, and you know, it didn't actually cost me karma, did it? But I think most people would agree that nuking both the NCR and Kaisar's Legion is not a good karma activity. But you know, they were already sending hit squads after me. They already hated me. And they are in the way of my ambitions of a free Vegas. So I do think that that is the choice that most suits my other choices.
One of the Ranger vets looked at me and I just about surrendered.
Okay, nothing to say about the fact that there's a nuclear wasteland, a fresh nuclear wasteland right over there? Nothing? Nobody's concerned about that. Oh, hey.
I suggest you leave.
You gonna make me? I mean, I'll leave. I just want to know.
With house dead, we'll have Vegas annexed before the year's out.
You won't.
Hey there.
Nothing, huh? Okay,
Do
what
you
is
like me?
what has this dude got on his back? Oh, it's the light machine gun. All right. Well, I am once again all out of time. So come back and see me again next time, and we will explore the nuked people of Caesar's Legion. Talk to you soon. In the meantime, I'd kind of like to grab some more ammo for my pistol.